What is going on, guys? Welcome to a little case study in-person video. So I'm here with
Iman.
and
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, we're out in Croatia right now on a little client retreat. I guess you could, I don't know what you want to call it. We had a yacht yesterday, which is why I look sunburnt. And you basically went from zero. You had negative money in your bank account?
Yeah, I was in negative back in July, and then I logged in.
Overdrafted bank account to $30K a month from Bosnia.
But you've never heard of it. Never heard of it.
I'm sure people know Bosnia. What city?
Sarajevo.
Oh, that's why you got the jersey.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it.
We'll talk about that.
Talk about it.
But yeah, kind of give everybody a little self introduction, like where you're from, I guess what you do, your journey, all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So basically, I'm 19 right now. I'm gonna be 20 in December. I hope so, if I live it. Last year I was in negative in my bank account, like minus something. I took a picture of it just to like have a memory to where I started, to where I came to. So I took that picture in July, and then I had some family issues that I had to resolve, and I wanted to go on a holiday with my friends. It's a really condescending type of event, but like I really wanted to go on a holiday, and I didn't have money, and I didn't want to ask my mom for money as an 18-year-old. It would be kind of gay, right?
A little bit.
So I logged in, I worked, I found a mentor in my home city. He helped me get started, and I owe a bunch of things that I've done now to him and to Smith Reese, of course. But he helped me get started. Before starting digital products and e-commerce as general, I was doing cybersecurity. I tried to start up my own company, with two of my high school friends, which are really good guys. I tried to start up a company, but the industry of cybersecurity, you just either have a lot of money or you have a lot of experience, which we didn't have both. So we couldn't like kick that up and start making money from that. So I switched to something that was easier and something that was tangible in a short span of time to earn some money, which was e-commerce. So that's how I started. I started making money in August, did that holiday trip, came back, put some new goals, like going to Romania with my brother. I promised him, like, I'm gonna go in October. I don't have much money right now, but I'm gonna go with you. And I achieved that goal, did that, took that off my list, and from then I just started scaling, found Smith Reese, and he helped me scale from 10K to 20K and to 30K a month right now with his Organic Overdrive group.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I would say, like, what are the kind of small things, like the small tweaks that you've done, especially, I'd say, because, in, group calls and whatnot, we've talked about, like, value-based marketing, or like having like the kind of back-end VSLs, like the shadow stuff. Like, what's kind of the small tweaks that you've done? Obviously not giving away too much, but like, what are the small tweaks kind of stuff that you've done that have not only helped your conversion rate, maybe as far as switching platforms, hosts, domains, stuff like that. Like the small tweaks that you've been like, oh shit,
Okay. Well, the first thing I would say to everyone, like depending on your niche and product, I would say making a story about your product. So I would say that most people that sell products don't have a story behind it. I mean, depending on the niche. In my niche, it's really important to have a story about what you're selling, so people feel related to you, and it's easier to take their money, to say it in that way. They feel related to you. So I would say building a story, it's similar to building a brand, I would say, but like building a general story and focusing on finding someone that did what you want to kind of guide you in the right direction. So in that case, that was Smith. He guided me in the right direction because I had a good product, but back then I didn't know how to utilize it to its maximum potential. Because
a good product, bad roadmap.
Yeah, because I didn't have enough experience, and having someone that can just like put you on a good roadmap to success and scaling is really important. So as soon as you start making money and start finding a good product that you feel like you can make a bunch of money from it, but it's just capped by your learning and the knowledge you have, I would say spend that money on a good guy that is, I would say, reputable in the source in the e-com space, and give him your money and make him teach you, like put you on a good roadmap to scaling whatever you're doing right now. So that's the one thing that helped me the most, or two things. So that's what I would say to probably everyone watching this video.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think a lot of people like, because I know most of the guys in this space, especially the guys that sell programs or do like Instagram, personal brand, whatever, especially in the online money, internet, whatever space. And I think a lot of people kind of, and this is because I've been scammed on courses in the past. Like I've probably spent $20,000 on courses or like programs, mentorships, whatever. Definitely made me a fucking insane amount of money, but I've definitely been rinsed from like, 2,000 here, 1,500 there. Like 90% of the guys in the space, they put their fucking all into their programs and it's fan-fucking-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know the guys, and even I know like competitors in the e-com space, like literally direct competitors to me in the whole personal brand, organic e-com space. Their products are good. Like they have good fucking programs and they show people, get people real fucking results. And like consistent results too. And I think a lot of it is just doing your own research and doing your due diligence. So every single time that I've been like scammed on a course I didn't do I think it's your fault. There's accountability. Like if you see some random guy flexing a Lambo on Instagram in Miami, it's obviously rented, and he's wearing full Louis Vuitton, and he has some fake watch on, and he is like, the Cartier Santos, the iced out Cartier watch. Like if you just click his link in the bio and you buy his 4,000 course, why the fuck would you think it to be good?
Yeah.
For anybody who watches this, info products are fantastic. Self-education is fucking amazing, and investing in yourself is perfect. Can you hit good numbers and make money off of like YouTube videos? 100%. You don't have to buy anything. Like, this is just, of course people are like, oh, you're just saying this because you have I understand, but like, you can watch YouTube. I'm not saying this is the only way. Like some Iman marketing or something. This is like, anybody can do it. YouTube is fantastic, but kind of having that knowledge gap or kind of getting past the paywall, it literally just expedites the process.
Yeah.
So what you're going to learn in 4 years is going to take you 6 months. So the big thing about like YouTube is you're generalizing knowledge. Yeah. So it's like you're learning from 17 different guys at once. One guy says one thing, the other guy says not to do the other thing, to do this new untapped hidden method, whatever. And then it kind of just fluffs everything up. Everything's fuzzy and cloudy, foggy. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
So kind of centralizing your knowledge to like one or two people or one or two things is going to get you the quickest results. Because if I learn, like the best, I'm a big analogy guy. If you were to like learn how to shoot a penalty by Ronaldo only, you'd be pretty fucking good. I think that was the wind. Fuck. No, we're chilling. We're good. It's closed now. So, but realistically, if I were to learn how to shoot a penalty from Ronaldo, I'd be pretty fucking good. But if I learned it from Messi, Ronaldo, Mo Salah, I learned from 17 different footballers, I'd have like 8 different tricks and, put your foot here and look here, like twist your body. Like I would know nothing. It would just be dissipated knowledge because it's like from 80 different people. Yeah. So once you're able to like centralize something, then it's going to be the most valuable and you're going to be able to retain it the most. But I think it's all just about like doing your due diligence, do your research, make sure these people are fucking reputable, make sure they're good, make sure they've given you value in the past. Like, bro, you didn't see it. How did you join my shit? It's not like you saw a YouTube video and you're like, and just let me give this guy fucking let me give this guy $1,000. Like, it's not like that. Like, you obviously probably watched me for a little while.
Yeah, so basically, first time I saw Smith Rees was on my Instagram Reels back in September, I think. I showed him the video. I sent it to myself, like to my own like private DM, so I can rewatch it because it was a good video. And back then, I knew that I can scale, but I didn't know how because I didn't have experience. And that's what a mentor does. He just shortens the time span it takes for you to get started and get going and getting money into your bank. So basically, I found his Instagram. I was like every day, like honest to God, I was scrolling those Instagram like highlights and shit from your client.
Really?
Yeah, like scrolling. I was thinking in my mind, like, there's no way all these are like fake and shit. Like, no way. And the value was good. Like, I watched all of his YouTube videos because that's just how you do the due diligence that you spoke about. You need to recognize that someone is actually giving value and not like spewing shit that everybody else spews out. So you need to find someone like that. Like, you need to find someone that gives value for free and then has, of course, a group, a mentorship, or any one-on-one coaching where he gives you like specialized knowledge on whatever you're doing right now. So that's how I found you, and that's how I determined that joining your organic overdrive group was a right choice in the end.
Awesome, bro. If you had like because obviously I'm a big mindset kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like I preach mindset and getting in the right headspace for pretty much like that's 80% of making money. It's just getting the right mindset and identity. For you personally, what was because you even said like you were looking at the highlights and you were like, oh, there's no way this is real. Like kind of believing, like if you believe something's impossible, it's never going to happen.
Make it, yeah.
If you believe it's possible, if you can see it and you can conceptualize it, then you can materialize it.
Yeah.
So for you personally, like obviously everyone's cards and everyone's situation is different, but like what were the biggest kind of paradigm shifts, mindset shifts that you had that took you from fucking negative money in your bank to making like 30K a month?
Okay, so I would say, first of all, there's not really related to mindset, but like, first of all, you need to find God. If you're not religious right now, like any religion, Christianity, Islam, whatever you do, you need to find God, first of all, because I think God will give you the power to persist, because in business, you will have hard times. Everybody has them, even if you're making 10K, 20K, 100K a month, everybody has problems. It never goes away. And human mind is not that strong as you think. You will probably have moments where you maybe give up. I had those moments, but when you have God, when you have belief and you put your energy towards something that's greater than you, that created everything, you will persist way easier. So that was the first thing. The next thing I would say is put out a notebook or notes in your app, and write down every limiting belief that you have. So, for example, my limiting belief was that I wasn't knowledgeable enough to make money, because I had years and years, like from start of high school, 4 years, I was making no money and I was trying. It was just a bad industry pick, bad niche pick, but that ingrained a mindset in my mind that I was not capable of making any money. And that was a big limiting belief that I had to beat. And you have to write down every limiting belief that you have about money, about life, about anything you're doing. So that's one of the things that helped me the most. And I think limiting beliefs cap 90% of people into achieving success in life. So that's what I would say about that.
Based off the first thing you said, like, I definitely, bro, I went, like, when I dropped out of high school, I was making good money, but I was spending all of it, and then I dropped out, and then the money slowed down, and that's when my life went, like, terrible. So I had, like, I went pretty much broke to rich, back to broke. So a big thing for me was, like, obviously connecting with God, but even in those times, bro, like, I tried strengthening my relationship with God, and even then it didn't feel like he was there, which it felt like he would, like, it was, obviously I wasn't doing it maybe properly or the right way, whatever, but the biggest thing was when I went to shit, I was still trying to strengthen my faith. And I feel like a good saying that I kind of live by is like, God is not going to put something on your cross in which you can't bear. So God is literally God. Like he is God. Why would he give you a problem that you could not solve? That just, it logically does not make sense. So realistically, why would he put some shit on your plate that you can't eat? It's the stupidest shit. So I think the biggest thing is a lot of people are stressing about problems that if you told them, hey, look back on this in 4 months, it's going to be like nothing. Like realistically, any problem that I'm facing today or last week or 2-3 weeks ago, the problems that I had a month ago,
you can't even remember.
I don't care. Like I got shadow banned on my personal Instagram account. Bro, I woke up that morning and I was like, fuck, I had insane momentum. We were doing 1,000 followers every single day for like 2 weeks straight. I went from 170,000 followers to 190 in like 2 weeks. So it's like, that's super dope momentum. I found a format that works. I was really fucking with it. We were making a bunch of money and I was like, sick. And I wake up and I got too comfortable. So I got humbled by the algorithm, the fucking AI regulation, which is stupid. So I got shadow banned on Instagram. You know what I had to do? I had to wait. I had to get in contact with guys who work at Instagram. I had to fucking pay them a bunch of money. I had to wait more. Then eventually it solved and now I'm back up and I'm posting again. So it's like I could have sat there and I could have and it was weird because I was thinking to myself, I was like, bro, this is like, Instagram is my thing. Like if you guys watch me on YouTube, like all respect to you because you're in the right fucking place. But Instagram is like my main platform. So it's how do I grow my YouTube? Also Instagram, like a big chunk of traffic from my YouTube, like views and stuff that comes from my Instagram. So I could have, like, I'm surprised because when I got shadow banned, I didn't really care. I didn't really think about it like, holy shit, my YouTube's gonna die, my Instagram's gonna die, like everything's fucked, like I sat there and I was like, huh. And I went to work.
Yeah.
I still prayed, still meditated, my morning routine, whatever. And it figured itself out. But I guarantee you, if that would have happened to me like a year ago, bro, I'd literally do nothing all day. I'd be in my bed all day, like depressed. So it's like, not a year and a half ago. So like, a lot of people, when they're faced with a problem, they look at it as in such a short time frame, because if you give anything time, it's going to solve itself out. And I personally, I think a lot of times people kind of react irrationally on specific problems, and being able to not freak out over because that was a big issue, especially on the personal brand side of things. Not being able to like not react and just kind of be stoic about it, I was super proud of myself. Like I was like, hell yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like I'm so proud of that. And I've had issues like where $30,000 is stuck in a payment processor, and because I was under 18, I couldn't I asked my mom to help me out and she like wouldn't let me. And like, that was literally, I went back to broke at the time. So it was literally the only money I could have had. And I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and she shut the door. And I was like, that was the last time I think I cried. Yeah. Because then it was like, my life is over. And if something were to happen now, I would just be able, the mental framework and the thought process behind it would just be 10 times better. So, I mean, do you have like any what's an issue kind of like, I got shadow banned, like whatever, I got money stuck in payment processors. What would be like for you, what was your kind of situation? Like, obviously it doesn't matter like how you reacted to it, but like what was like a big fucking roadblock you faced and how'd you kind of go about it?
Okay, so I have a few points that you said that I wanted to connect to. Yeah. So first of all of the problems that you have are going to make your story better. So let's say Smith or I or whichever guy in the e-com space made money but didn't have any problems in the world. That would be a boring story. So we would probably not be singing here if I wasn't like went from dead to 30K a month.
If we didn't get jumped yesterday,
then Croatia, we're going to talk about that. So everything that happens in your life, turn it around in a story, you turn it around in a transformation story. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I think most people feel really extremely connected to money in a really scarce way, and they are scared to spend it. So you said that you spend all of your money when you first got into income in your bank. So that happened to me, to be honest, and I didn't really care. I made my first money in my life, like good money, and I spent it. I spent on experiences. I went to Romania, I visited a bunch of different countries. I'm still making money. I went to Croatia. We're spending money. Yesterday, the day before, we went through all of these experiences, yachts, good restaurants, good food.
Islands, beach clubs.
Islands. And I don't give a fuck. I will spend all my money. I don't care because my family is settled. They have no problems. And as long as my family doesn't have any problems, I'm feeling good. Because I know I can take care of myself. So even if I spent all of my money in my bank account and my business went to shit, I'm going to take care of myself.
I think it really comes down to just like a reasonable part, because I would argue when I was like dropping high school, I was spending all my money. I think it did help me make more money. Yeah. But it was a problem.
There is like, a bell curve.
There is a big kind of benchmark on what's acceptable and how much lifestyle inflation you can allow into your life. And for me, I spend money. Like, we have this dope ass pen. Like, I'll show them the view. No, I don't want to mess the camera up, but like the view is dope.
We're gonna show them pictures.
Take our word for it. The view is sick. We can see all the water, all the yachts, islands over there, everything. And we have this dope ass penthouse. We had a yacht yesterday. We went from island to island to island to island. We went to the beach club 2 days ago. Like, it's dope. And obviously cost a good amount of money. Yeah. But in comparison to the money I make, it's not unreasonable. And I've kind of found like the balance. So it's like, this shirt is $11. These trousers were like, bro, less than probably $20. Yeah. Like, these shoes were a little pricey, but it's like, I don't really spend money on stupid stuff. I save everything I have. Like, I'm not frugal in that kind of sense. I think experience is the only thing that I'll spend money on. Yeah. So I think it's kind of like a benchmark on like the spending, but I do think like being comfortable with So like, for example, when I got shadow banned and I had to shoot the guy like a lot of money, I was like, that's obviously the CBA behind it, like the cost benefit analysis. Okay, well, I get my Instagram unshadow banned, I'm gonna make more money. But it's also like most people would be afraid to just shoot that money over.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never met the guy. I don't even have his Instagram. I've never even spoken to him on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I just, boom, solved. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
And I shot the money over within 5 texts, 6 texts.
And you got it fixed.
And I got it fixed. Yeah. And people are super afraid to spend anything. And when you're afraid to lose something, then
you're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it. And when you're afraid to lose something, you're afraid it's not going to come back.
Yeah.
The fear behind spending money strictly comes from the birth of the belief that it's not going to come back to you. If I told everybody that's watching this video, I'm going to give you $1 million in a week, you would have the greatest week of your life. You'd have a better week. That week of your life would be 10 times better than every week after you had the $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's strictly because you know it's coming. And when you can have that mental paradigm shift, the framework, the belief switch of, I'm obviously not going to spend my money like a fucking retard, but I know it's going to come because I'm confident in myself, my own knowledge, my capabilities, my competence, etc. That's when you're just going to keep making more money. So I'd say it's just about getting past that limiting belief and the strict fear of, because when you're afraid to lose something, then you know it's not going to come back. Like, for example, if you were to, I don't care spending thousands of dollars to go out on a yacht and go island to island and island, because not only is it a dope ass experience, I know I'm going to make the money back. Like, it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah. So I would say also to connect on your 3 points, I would say that there's a big bell curve that you spoke about spending money that you earn. So I know there's some fucking junkies watching this video. So if you make a lot of money and you spend it on weed or something, some dumb shit, that's retarded. Don't do that. But that's why you have to get your mindset in order. So spend your money on your business primarily. Invest in your laptop. Invest into something that's going to make you feel more empowered and more motivated to work. So let's say get a good camera, get a good laptop, keyboard, chair.
The first thing I fucking bought when I started making money online was, so if you guys don't know, organic dropshipping. You definitely know if I'm watching the video. Yeah. First thing I bought, bro, I had like an iPhone 8.
Yeah.
In like 2023, which is crazy, bro. That's a fucking ancient relic.
Yeah.
So I had an iPhone 8 Plus that I was recording on. First thing I bought, newest iPhone.
Yeah.
The first, like, the moment I had, I think, $5,000 in my bank account that was from like profits, boom, Uber, mall, Apple store, give me the best phone you have. Yeah. And that decision was the mental shift. Not only the mental shift, but I also gave me the fucking camera that has made me so much money.
Yeah.
And obviously I have a new phone now, but like that phone has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
That's a pretty fucking good ROI. So most people will spend $1,000 a month on bullshit. Because it's not, they'll spend $1,000 a month on bullshit, but they'll be afraid to like buy a new phone.
Yeah.
Or I can't spend $14 on a Shopify domain. Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about?
You're never gonna make it. If you do that, you're never gonna make it.
I can't get the free trial.
Yeah.
You're fucking $14 a month?
Yeah.
You're $1 a month free trial in fucking shop. Like, holy shit.
And also, you guys, if you don't have any money, don't be afraid to get a job. Me personally, I never had a full-time job. I had some internships, but that was like related to cybersecurity and some shit. But I never had a really good like full-time job. If you don't have any money and you're like bitching around saying that shit about Shopify domains, you're never gonna make it. Like you have to get a job, get some money in your bank, then reinvest in your business. Don't do that dumb shit where you're like pray to God that you're gonna get a Shopify domain, you're not gonna spend any money and make 10K a month without reinvesting anything.
Did you do anything for money? Like, because bro, when I was starting, I did every money-making fucking anything I could do because I was too young to get a job.
Yeah.
But I didn't sit there and I was like, well, just wait. I didn't fucking have time to wait, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted it now.
Yeah.
So like,
exactly. Yeah.
What did you do? Like, you had the internships, but like, what else? I'm sure you had other shit going on.
Well, the whole time since high school, since I met my friends that had the same interest as me in cybersecurity, we wanted to build a company. So we were doing like outreaches, B2B, sales. We even went at the time that we didn't have any money, and we saw that cybersecurity as a startup company that we're trying to break into this industry, it's gonna take a long time to get some money into the bank. So we started going door-to-door sales into gyms and offering them like digital marketing and shit. And we did that for a long time. We did some B2B outreaches, like cold calls at 5 a.m. to call like America and shit, like Switzerland, Germany and stuff. We did that, and we didn't make any money. We were completely shit, but we were trying. But at the time that I got those like holidays and stuff coming up, those holidays and the family expenses that I had, that like kind of pushed me to do something now. Like you need to get the money in the bank now. And I didn't want it to go through a job at that time. I don't know why, but I wanted to build a business, and I put my faith into it, and I found a mentor and did all of that. So that's kind of going off of that point that you said.
Bro, when I was doing it, like, I did the same shit.
Yeah.
Like I had when I was trying to do like the agency stuff and I couldn't get clients, I was waking up at 5 a.m. because I lived in LA.
Yeah.
And I would cold call Eastern.
Yeah.
So it would be 5 a.m. Businesses open at like 8:30. I'd wake up at 5 after sleeping 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'd cold call for an agency that I didn't make money from. So I'd cold call Texas, Florida, etc. Then I would go to school. I would read sales books as opposed to doing any of my work. Then I would come home, go to the gym, do more cold calls. Then I'd go to the gym. Then I'd come back. I'd watch a bunch of videos, watch a course, go to sleep. And then it would be like 2 a.m. And I'd wake up at 3-4 hours of sleep the fucking next day, excited to do it again.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing every side hustle. I did like short form content editing on CapCut. So I did like the Tate kind of style videos when that was popping. I did I did dog walking. So I mean, I didn't make any money from any of this stuff. So I did like dog walking I'd walk around like, you know, my neighborhood, and I handed out like 50, 100 flyers. Every house. I literally did not walk home until I ran out of flyers.
Yeah.
So I handed out like 70 flyers the first time, and no one called me. No one, and I even pitched people that were in front of their houses and they didn't want it. My sales were fucking terrible. Like, do you guys want dog walking? Probably came across like a pedo.
Yeah.
And then I did it like a week and a half later with car washing, and I printed out 100 flyers, and I had to go walk to like the next neighborhood because I was so about it, and I was so like, I need this shit.
Yeah.
I finished my neighborhood, then I still had flyers left. I'm like, let me keep going.
Yeah.
So I like taped them to these people's doors. No one called me back, and most people would be like stuck in a rut because I tried this. I spent so much of my fucking time. Like all my mom's printer ink was fucked.
Yeah.
And these were terrible flyers. I still thugged it out, and I kept fucking pushing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've done everything I even tried to become an online English tutor.
Yeah.
On Cambly, which is like a software. I didn't even go through that. But I was just about, I needed it, and I needed it fucking then, and I didn't want to wait, and I had to just get this shit done. And people don't have the urgency. And most people would give up after fucking 8, like I did 8, 9, 10 months of work of just wanting it without getting a single dollar in return. And I still woke up the next morning fucking hyped to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Because I had the delusion that it was possible. Do you think there was like delusion that like, did you always know that it was possible? Did you have like...
Bro, I'm delusional right now, bro. Like you have to be delusional at all times because the society and the people around you program you that it's not possible. And you have to be delusional that to not think that way because everybody around you thinks that way, and you have to destroy that belief. The next thing I wanted to say is that about urgency, you need to make a promise to someone. Like this is really dangerous in some sense because it can fuck you up mentally if you fail. But you need to promise to people around you, like your family, friends, whoever you trust the most, that you're gonna do X shit by Y date. Or like you're gonna buy them X shit by Y date. So what I did after the holiday and going to Romania, I told my younger brother that I'm gonna buy him a PS5 next week. At that time, I spent pretty much like 90% of my money on that Romania trip, and I told him I'm gonna buy you a PS5 next week because we had a old ass PS4 for like 10 years. Like that was crazy, and I knew he wanted. PS4. Yeah, bro, that was crazy. And I told him I'm gonna buy you a PS5. Next week came in, I bought the PS5, and I felt really good. Stuff like that gives you big momentum, and a big winner effect. You have to research about that. Research about winner effect. That's really important. So that I would say is the one thing that can motivate you the most, like completing something for your family or someone you care really dearly about. And also a big mistake I made about trying other businesses is you don't put all of your focus into a bad market. So what I did was I tried to do B2B in my shit country, which I love to bits, but it's shit in the economic standpoint, and people don't have money there, and they have shitty mindsets, especially about business and like growing an online, I would say, community and space. So I tried to do B2B in a shit country, in a shit market, in a shit niche, and I just spent all of my effort into something that was never going to work, to be honest. So if you know that you're in a bad market, don't be persistent enough in trying to make it in that market, because you're just going to feel productive, but you're never going to do shit. So that's why you need to always be changing, and you need to be perspicacious enough, I would say, to notice countries that have bigger and more potential for something that you're offering them, and not focusing like you're in your local businesses and shit, because that's probably not gonna make you the enough money that you want.
Yeah, I mean, same way with like ecom. Like you have people that'll, and I think it really just depends. Like one of the biggest things is being able to, a skill that's gonna make you millions of dollars, especially down the line, is being able to recognize opportunity, but the right opportunities.
Yeah.
So people that will, I'm sure there's been Bosnian dropshippers that like try to market towards Bosnia, because you're not selling to Bosnia, are you?
No.
Exactly. So it's like, realistically, a lot of people, like, you have to recognize opportunity, but it really just depends. So basically what I'm getting to is there's organic dropshippers that are marketing, they're like, okay, just market to a language you speak. Like most people, they go for America, UK, whatever, and then they just get cooked because the market is so competitive. And obviously, like, some kid in America can easily get his hands on an iPhone 16, a chest mount, a ring light, backgrounds, props, etc. But if you live in fucking Romania, it's going to be a little hard. It's going to be a little harder. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot harder, and you just kind of have to identify the situation. So, for example, Romania's going to be a lot harder. America's going to be easy. But if you were to live, let's say, in Germany or Switzerland or France, you have the euro, or the franc. So those are currencies with purchasing power. These are first world countries with purchasing power. Why would you go for the US market? Yeah. Because the German market is 1/50th of the size of the American market, especially for e-com. Yeah. So it's like, why would you, like, every single person who's been successful in anything has done what everyone isn't doing. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like, they all do 1 to 10, like 1 out of 10 dropshippers make money. That literally states that you have to do what most people aren't doing. And they'll go and look at the competition and just try and copy them. Yeah. I'm like, bro, are you slow? Like, the entire philosophy behind fucking success is doing things that people aren't doing. And you're going to go copy other people? Yeah. It's like let's say you're in like an organic Discord server and you're trying to get advice and there's 30 guys telling you the same shit. Do the direct opposite of what they are telling you to do. Unless they've all made a fuck ton of money. Yeah. So the one thing is just you have to be, like, in order to get exceptional results, you have to be an exception. That's all it is, Yeah,
and I remember your question that I want to get back to. So you asked me what was my biggest problem that I faced, right? So the biggest problem I would say were taxes, to be honest. Like, I know a lot of you guys want to open an LLC, LTD, whichever the shit you want to do before you even make a grand. Like, that's some terrible advice that I never want to partake in.
You get motion before you get legal.
Yeah, you get motion before you get legal. So I hope none of the Bosnian authorities are watching this. But
if they are,
I paid all my taxes. I resolved all of that shit. So basically, the first time I registered anything was when I made 10K. Before then, I didn't have anything registered. I was like getting money into my bank account, trying to solve the tax problems with some of the older people that I knew. going on Reddit about Bosnia, asking them about freelance tax.
ChatGPT shit.
Yeah, like, so taxes was a big problem, but I resolved it by having a good network around me, because back then when I was doing B2B, I met a bunch of people that are really established in Bosnia and with their businesses. So I knew a bunch of people, and that helped me resolve the taxes issue. And then after like 10K, 20K a month, I opened a UK company, and that's how I'm doing it right now. So definitely don't get legal before you get any money in the bank.
Bro, the thing is though, for some countries it's really hard, because it's like Germany. If you're
Yeah.
trying to start a business,
That's
especially under 18,
that's
you're
crazy.
fucked.
Germany's
bro.
fucked up.
Germany's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
It's the hardest shit. Even Canada as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. So Canada and Germany are like the same shit, dude.
Yeah,
They're
Canada,
both
like Germany has
washed.
fucking shitty
Bro,
tax
Germany's
laws.
crazy.
Yeah.
France too, but it's not like as hard.
But you can find workarounds.
There's always loopholes.
Yeah,
like every
always.
single people ask me how'd you get like Shopify payments and whatnot when you were under 18. I was like, I used my brother's info.
Yeah.
And I literally gave the dude a percentage of
Yeah.
the profit I made.
Yeah.
And like, figure it the fuck out, dude. There's always a solution. There's no such thing as an insolvable problem.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no such thing as an insolvable problem. And people go about their lives facing problems and they'll be like, "Ugh." Here's the thing. I think it was was it a Marcus Aurelius quote? He goes, if you're facing a problem and if you're worrying about something and you can control it, then go fucking fix it.
Yeah.
And if you can't control it, then stop worrying about it. That's the best
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Just stop thinking about it. So, I mean, obviously it's kind of running like almost 40 minutes here. So
Yeah.
we can do a little rap ski. But do you have like an end off message for the people watching? Drop some sauce, some value. Anything you want to give?
Yeah, so definitely I would give like a few points that I think that are gonna bring the highest leverage shit that you can do right now to make it in business and in life. So put God first, get your circle right. So get people that you trust around you, like your brother, your sister, your mom, whoever you trust, keep it around you. Give promises, and definitely destroy all of your limiting beliefs. And the last point I want to make, because I see this a lot in the e-com space, is when people say something is saturated. Especially when people say like drop shipping or digital products is saturated. That's the most bullshit advice you're ever gonna get.
If somebody says anything is saturated, obviously here's the thing. It really comes down to the context. You guys get what I'm saying. If there's anybody that is selling a course or a program and they say this XYZ thing is saturated, they're a fucking scam.
Like that, bro.
Stop watching them.
Yeah,
because obviously you have products that are saturated, this and that, but that's specific.
Yeah.
If someone's oh, I'm gonna watch an agency YouTuber because I'm gonna buy his course because dropshipping is saturated.
Yeah.
Well, who told me dropshipping is saturated? The fucking agency YouTuber who sells a course.
Yeah.
What a fucking coincidence.
Yeah.
Retard.
Yeah, so definitely saturation is just like, put it this way in your mind. Saturation is just proof that something works. So you have millions of people around the world doing dropshipping. That's just proof it works. And you have guys like you, like me, like a bunch of guys from Organic Overdrive making money. That's just proof this shit works. And you just have to put in the reps and get the right people around you.
It's like the analogy is like fishing in a pond.
Yeah.
It's like most people would go look at two ponds and they're trying to catch a bunch of fish, and they're going to go to the pond that nobody's fishing at. If you live in a populated area, like, why would you go to the pond that nobody's fishing at? It's like, oh, because I'm going to have the best chance at catching a fish. I'm like, everyone else thought the same fucking shit. Everyone would be there if they were fishing that pond.
Yeah, that's also
So go to the
bullshit,
pond with 5 guys all fishing in it because they're there because there's fish in the fucking pond, dude.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as saturation.
Yeah, and also a big thing people say nowadays, because they read all the self-help business books, is like red ocean, blue ocean. That's the most bullshit advice. That's probably worked like 20 years ago, but right now there's no blue oceans. Like a blue ocean is something
that one, motherfucker.
Yeah. The biggest blue ocean is probably something that doesn't work. Exactly what you said. Like,
because no one's fucking doing
everybody's
it,
the same. Like, people already did the shit that you want to do. Like, there's millions of people.
There's no new business models.
Yeah.
There's no new things.
You're not smart, bro. You're doing the same shit. Like, you're not smart, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, brother. Well, I hope you guys got some value from it. Oh wait, we gotta tell a story about getting jumped. So he got me He was actually super dope fucking gift. So we meet at the airport a couple days ago, and he pulls out a jersey, a Sarajevo jersey, which is the club from city he's from, and it's from Bosnia. So I was gonna wear it yesterday when we were going on.
And what does it say on the back?
On the back it says Smith Goat.
Number one.
Number one. Yeah. So on the back we were gonna go on the boat, and I was wearing the jersey, and we were walking down, like, we're staying on this island called Hvar in Croatia. So it's super dope. A bunch of islands, blue-ass water, fucking vibe. And we're walking on, like, the coast of this dock kind of area next to this church. And this guy walks up to me, and he's Eastern European like a motherfucker. And he walks up to me all aggressively, and he just grabs, like, the logo, the crest of the club. And he's like, "You take this off." And I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "This Bosnia, we don't like Bosnia, it's Croatia."
Yeah.
And he grabs the jersey and he's like, "I don't care, I'll go 2-on-1. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's trying to fight us, bro."
Yeah.
So he goes like, "Oh, don't worry, he's a stupid tourist, da 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 da." Okay, so the camera overheated, so we put it in the fridge and now we're back. So yeah, the guy basically was trying to fight us, super angry, so we walk away. And I'm not, he's calling his boys up, so I'm not trying to get jumped, or I'm not trying to get jumped by or pressed by other guys. So I take the jersey off and I flip it. That was a good ass idea. Yeah. He's like, "Turn it around." So I put the shirt on backwards. He's like, "No, flip it inside out." And I was like, "Oh." So I flipped the shirt inside out. We go walk to get another shirt. It was like 10 minutes. I buy the shirt, and the lady at the checkout's like, "You know your shirt's inside out?" And I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell her why, because if she knew, then she might, like, I don't know, maybe she was a fucking hater too. She didn't want to send me the shirt. But yeah, so there's everything. I hope you guys got a shit ton of value. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to my brother, Anel. Yeah, you're the biggest supporter of mine, and a big shout out to my first mentor, Damir. So he's probably not watching, but like a big shout out to them. So yeah, I would say if you want to make money, if you want to get right in the e-commerce space with the right guys, join Organic Overdrive. We have a bunch of people there. We're all giving value to each other. I think it's a big environment shift that you can make that's going to make you a bunch of money. So yeah.
Hell yeah. That's going to be the top link in the description if you want to work one-on-one. Join Organic Overdrive and check out my other YouTube videos. A lot of sauce given. Just dropping bangers. So thank you guys for watching, especially giving us that much of your time. I appreciate it. Thanks you. Subscribe, follow the Instagram at RealSmithReese, and have an absolute blessed day. Peace.